Meow meow! Kitty McScratch here! In today's video I'm going to talk about my dance courses that I signed up for. This is something new for me. I haven't ever taken dance before, so I'm really excited about this. So I'm taking two 9-week courses at City in Motion in Kansas City. And the first one is belly dancing! So the reason I picked belly dancing is it's something that I've always found very interesting and it always looks really fun. And I think that it's probably going to be pretty good for my back. Since my scoliosis is mainly in my lower back, I'm hoping that this will kind of help strengthen the muscles there, since that's a lot of what you're using it's a lot of hip actions and stuff. So I'm really hoping that it'll help me kind of like build up that strength, so maybe my back won't hurt as much. It's also really nice in the sense that it's an individual dance, so I don't have to have a partner to practice, and that's really helpful for me, because then I can just practice whenever I feel like it, rather than being like, oh crap, I gotta go track someone down to work with this part that I learned in class, and I can't find anyone. Oh, I guess I'll just dance with one of the cats. Oh, that's not working, there's claws! So in the first week of belly dancing, I got to meet my new instructor. She's absolutely amazing. I just love her to death. She is so sweet and just so funny and so much fun to work with. And I really like the way that she teaches the class. Like, it's very laid back and easygoing and like, let's have fun with it, while still being really informative. And one of her big rules is, if it hurts, don't do it. Which is something that sometimes I need to hear, because there's times where I try to push myself to keep up with everyone else. And it's not always easy for me to do that just with my back and stuff. But I really like the fact that she goes out of her way to point out, like, if it's not feeling good, don't do it. Wait, do something different instead. Don't go hurting yourself over it. So some of the things that she walked through with us for the first week was some of the different steps that we'll be doing, kind of like the basic ones, and then just some of like the hip movements with like the way to shake the belts so that the coins rattle all pretty and stuff. Just some really basic stuff for the first week. It was a really good introduction to it without being like really strenuous. And then there was also a lot of stretching that we did, warm-up stretches and then wind-down stretches. So she made a point that the stretching is really important, because there's been times in the past where she didn't do stretching before or after her performances and actually kind of did some damage to her knees. And so that was one thing that she was like, you know, you need to make sure that you stretch quite a bit, because some of the stuff we do is pretty strenuous, and if you don't take the time to stretch, you can really hurt yourself. So the other course that I'm taking is Burlesque. So I know some people are probably like, what? Why are you taking that for? There's a few different reasons why I chose that. One, it's also like belly dancing, where it's an individual dance. It's something that I can practice on my own. It's something that doesn't take much work. I mean, as long as I can find whatever props that I'm wanting to use, whether it's using a chair or, you know, whatever, I don't need another person to be able to practice it. So that really helps me out, because then I can just practice whenever I feel like it, which is kind of what I'm wanting right now. With both of these courses, I'm wanting something that will help motivate me to work out, per se, more often. And that's the thing, is like, I don't like lifting weights. I don't like, you know, going jogging. But both of these are stuff that's interesting to me, and so it's going to be easier for me to take time each day to work on it, thus also still exercising and helping my back. The other thing with burlesque, it's the same with, like I said, with belly dancing. It's something I find fascinating. It's something interesting. I love the costuming for it, which, being a seamstress, that's really appealing to me, because I think about it and go, oh, I can make some really cute corsets and outfits to wear, you know, if I decide to go perform burlesque, which I know that they do have some student recitals, which is more private. It's, you know, only invitation only to be able to see them and stuff. But like, I'm looking forward to just like using that to inspire me to create some new costumes. The whole reason I found out about these dance courses being available was because I went to go see my friend Terry perform, who is a burlesque dancer. Hi, Terry! And when I was talking to her about the burlesque stuff and how I found it interesting, she mentioned to me, like, oh, there's some different classes around here that you can take and stuff. So I went to the burlesque performance, absolutely loved it. I thought it was amazing. All the girls that were performing, and guys, were just awesome. I loved the whole atmosphere of it, and I just loved the people there. I was really having fun, like, just getting to meet some new people in that kind of community. Which come to find out, my burlesque teacher actually was the one that was running that show. So it was really cool, like, getting to meet her and talk to her a little bit there. And then I've talked to her once since then so far. So for my first week of burlesque classes, we actually had a substitute teacher because my actual teacher had other obligations at the time. And it was really fun, like, getting to meet our substitute and getting to talk to her. And she did an actual routine for class. From what I gather, normally the classes take, like, sections of what you would be doing in burlesque, like floor work or chair work or how you move from one place to another, stuff like that, like, and we'll talk about, like, everything that can be included in that and give you that stuff to work with. And then overall, throughout the whole course, the goal is for you to take that stuff and incorporate it into a routine of your own. But since we had a substitute, she actually just ran through a routine that she built up that involved chair work and floor work. And so it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot of really cool stuff. It was cool getting to see it all put together. Unfortunately, since I haven't been doing that stuff for a while, it was really hard for me to keep up a little bit. It was fun because it was challenging, but I was definitely exhausted afterwards, which is to be expected considering what we were doing. I mean, like I said, we were doing stuff on the chair and we were on the floor and back and forth, and so it was fun, but it was definitely something I wasn't, like, in shape enough to do without getting kind of, like, tired and winded a little bit at times. But I did learn a lot of awesome stuff and I really enjoyed it. The other students that were in the class were really cool. There was 2 out of the 8 people that had already been taking the course before. The other 6 of us were all brand new. So overall, for both my classes, I've had a lot of fun. I've been really excited about them. I can't wait to continue with the next 8 weeks of these classes. I think I'm going to learn a lot of stuff. I think I'm also going to find that I end up gaining a lot more strength and have a little bit easier time with that stuff, which that makes me excited. And I'm also just looking forward to, like, being able to incorporate some of the stuff I learned with this into other aspects of my life. So like I said, the belly dancing class is going to be a 9-week course. I have 1 class a week for an hour. The burlesque class is also a 9-week course, and that one is an hour and a half each week for 1 day. So each week I'll be filming this vlog about what I learned that week, and I'll have some demonstrations of what I did like I had in this one to kind of show you a little bit of what I've worked on this week. And I'll do them for the whole 9 weeks so that way you can kind of see where I've progressed from the beginning towards the end, and just for me to be able to look back on and go, oh yeah, that's what I learned and that's what I experienced, and that's the fun moments I had from each of those weeks. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of this stuff, subscribe down below, hit the little bell icon, and you'll be notified as soon as I post videos. Make sure to comment down below if there's anything specific you want me to cover in this series, or any questions you have for me to ask my teachers, or just about the class in general. You can find me on all my social media, Kitty McScratch on all of it. You can go there. I always post a lot about the stuff that I'm working on and the stuff that's going on in my life. So if you want a little bit more in-depth detail on what's going on, make sure to go and find all that stuff. So that's the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I can't wait to see you next time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.